And with that, I'd like to welcome our mayor to address the public and the council.
Thank you, Council President.
You're very welcome, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, I have a mayor's report here. First of all, I am honored and humbled to sit here today with my working council. And I want to thank all of you that have made this possible in the audience. First of all, I'd like to introduce our confidential secretary. Has many years of experience in management and working with the public. She'll be an asset to me. Kelly Leffler, she's in the audience, and if you have any questions, if I'm not available, I know that she'll follow up in a promptly manner to all you residents and the entire community of Phillipsburg. So I want to welcome Kelly Leffler. So in less than a week's time, we cleaned up approximately 16 properties in this town, full of garbage, trash. The perception is I'm starting to see is changing. I've been met with inspections, informed in meetings with inspections, with Councilman Wyant, Rich Winter, and in meetings with Paul Smith and Ted Serrano and Mr. Kays. They were informed in the meeting if the garbage is in the right-of-way and the sidewalks or the alleyways. They were not informed, but they're informed now that they can write citations and fines Johnny on the spot. I have a list that's being composed by Paul Smith that I should be receiving in the next day or two of all the properties that have been fined. And I'm looking in the future, which was on Channel 69 today in the interview, that the fines, I'm looking to support of the council to have them increase from $500 to $1,000 with no exceptions. They vowed to follow the code and the ordinances. I'm keeping a close eye on their progress. And they said they will follow the new ordinances, and I will keep a close eye on that. I contacted LMR, and they're willing to do it at a very reasonable rate to do Johnny on the spot cleanups. And the rates that they are going to charge will be far less than what the fines are going to be for these people who violate these codes and ordinances. And there will be no bleeding hearts with me, because I will not stop with this. I want to kudos Steve Davis, the department head of the Department of Public Works, and the dedicated workers that have vowed to me to work together. And so far, they've exceeded my expectations. And I've been receiving messages, emails, social media, that they're starting to see a difference. And this is what we need before we throw money into this, is change the perception. And that's what we're doing in less than a week's time. But there's much more to do. But when I hear people saying that I'm doing something in the administration, it gives me positive reinforcement to do more, and I just can't wait to do more. I spoke with Chief Stetner this week, who made a report, and he's vowed to have meetings, like he did tonight. He showed activity on the sheet. I'm very pleased with it. We vowed that this administration will work together for a better Phillipsburg. I think we've showed that tonight. We'll be transparent. We're going to have the people, for example, Mr. Minor came to City Hall today. I saw him straight away. No excuses going through this one or that one. And this is what I'm looking to do. But I thank Chief Stetner and the police for working with the new administration. On Wednesday, which will be tomorrow, I believe Councilman Wyatt and Councilor Winter will be down at the sewer plant and come up with solutions, not excuses, about our sewer plant that has affected the Delaware Heights community, the Purcell Hill community, and the downtown. It's not going to be an easy task, but it can be done in time. Like I said, I've been there 6 days, and I'm doing everything that I can to make the quality of life in the town better. And this is taking the first step. With the knowledge of the mayor being there 16 years and knowing the ins and outs of this, and our counselor, who I had the pleasure of working with, this will be starting my 9th year, I know we can get this done for our residents. I've talked to Engineer Schreck. We have a comprehensive road surfacing program. I've gone through the budget. CFO Merlo has indicated that there are the funds there to do it, and we're going to do it. The roads are deplorable. I think Council President Piazza said it the best when he was interviewed with WFMZ. We'll take the bull by the horn, and we're going to fix the roads. They're atrocious, and it affects the quality of life, and it affects people's, vehicles. And that will be addressed. I spoke with Inspector Kevin Duddy. Next week, the next meeting, he is going, the property that during the Todd Talks video, the one that was supposedly rehabable at 85 Lewis Street, I have to say that I was right. It's unfixable. He's going to have that on the hit list. It's been sitting dormant. It brings a bad quality of life. And I hope the council supports the recommendations of the inspector and your mayor. Mercer Street, it's been fire-stricken for, I don't even know how long it is. He's going to have the specs drawn up, preliminary specs on that property, and when snow comes, it's going to affect the other neighbors, and it's going to be torn down, bulldozed, hand-picked, but there is a process on the 2 sides, and it has to be sheathed on the 2 sides and sided, but it's way overdue. That's the first one to get done. And then, of course, the ice house. He agrees that it's in deplorable condition. I've said it to you in the past. I'm going to say it now, and I'm going to say it in the future. I am going to try everything that's a passageway into our town. That's going to be on the list also. And I hope you support that property is beyond repair. The historical value has been lost. And I'm going to recommend that property be bulldozed and cleaned up. With weeds, debris, it's just the financial value to put into that is, nobody's going to take charge of that. So I met with Recreation with Mrs. Davis. She's looking forward to working with the mayor and the new administration. She has some new ideas. We will have the first meeting, I believe the 23rd, is it, this month. It'll be at the Senior Center, and I thank Mr. Spencer for allowing us to be there. But we have an open door policy that the meetings can be held up at the old Freeman School have given access to all the council, that they are available and can go into that building and talk to any of the personnel 24/7. That's what I vowed I said I was going to do, and that's what I'm going to do. Everything will be transparent to the people. There'll be no behind closed doors. And that's the way transparent government should operate. So we will continue this war on garbage. And I'm honored to be your mayor. Maybe it was a little lengthy today, but I thank you all. And I look forward to my next report. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.